Hello guys, it's Center. Today we're doing a Beyblade discussion on the 4th generation. We got the trailer recently from the 3-2-1 teaser finally. So there's going to be 4 sections to this video. First up, I'll talk about the trailer itself, kind of what we learned from it. Second, kind of my thoughts on the trailer. Third will be kind of just some product information. Then fourth will be kind of my predictions for said products. So first up, what did we really learn from this trailer? So there's 4 main things we learned, I would say. The first thing is that, well, we're getting a 4th generation. Second is we got the name Beyblade X. So previously we knew it was Beyblade Generation X, potentially a mistranslation, or just, I don't know, maybe something got mixed up, or it was just, I don't know, it could have been any mix-up, or maybe that's just what it was kind of code-named, but yeah. Beyblade X is the real name, it seems. Third, it's launching in summer 2023, we kind of knew that, based on the leaks, of course, being, supposedly saying July of 2023. And lastly, we got a logo. That's it. So, everything here we knew except the logo, and I guess kind of the name. So there you go, that's the whole trailer summarized, that's what we learned, that's everything about Beyblade X. I know there was like the whole Baylab thing where it's like, oh, you can help to make, Beyblade, like, fans and stuff can make their own bays. We don't really know much about this one, so I'm going to leave that probably for a later discussion when we know everything about that, what it's going to be. I'll talk about that whenever the next discussion is on news. Is it assuming we actually get more on it, so yeah. So my thoughts. What are my thoughts on this trailer? What do I think of it? So, a lot of people are saying, you should temper your expectations, or you should have tempered your expectations for this announcement. I disagree. I think that this trailer was bad. Well, the trailer itself was actually really good, like, in terms of production and stuff. It looked really cool, but in terms of what we got from information and stuff, this was not a good trailer at all, in my opinion. Had this been, like, shadow dropped, or maybe something else, like, I know they had, like, the countdown on the site or whatever, not countdown, but, like, they said, 9 a.m., JST, it'll be up. They put that up a few days before the 3-2-1 thing was supposed to come out, and something like that, if it just, like, was there, it just appeared, it'd be like, oh, okay, that's fine. I wouldn't mind that, but the problem I have with this trailer, it's not that they, it was just kind of like, they announced this so far in advance. You announced this over 4 months ago. 4 months, and this is what you came out with, was basically nothing, in my opinion. To me, this wasn't good. Again, had they, shadow dropped this, or had a very short amount of time where they just kind of, like, just threw something out really quick and just, okay, a couple days from now we'll get the announcement, and then boom, there it is. In that case, yes, a Gen 4 announcement with a logo, that's fine. But over 4 months, like, here's the thing, I don't care, like, they didn't have to show the entire product lineup if they didn't want to. But at least, like, a tease of a bay, at least kind of giving a glimpse of a bay, not even the full thing, maybe like a shadow of most of it, and then, like, maybe like a corner or something we could see part of the bay, or, just anything like that would have been nice. Since again, they hyped these up, they put the teasers in the boxes for like the VS set and Verica Lucifer, and we got nothing out of it. Again, if it was shadow dropped, I would not have cared, but the fact that they had over 4 months to hype this up and put in the products all that time ago, I think it really should have had at least a little bit more information than it did. It just felt bad, in my opinion. Again, everyone was excited to see what 3-2-1 was going to be. And that's all we really got, which, yeah, no, that wasn't good. I don't care if people are like, oh, you should have tempered your expectations. Like, no. They should have done more if they were going to hype it up more than 4 months in advance, in my opinion. That was just not good. So, unfortunately, I was actually going to hope to talk more about the Beyblade and kind of analyze some more of it, but we kind of don't have that. So instead, I'm going to go over the product information that we have. This was, like, leaked out and stuff, so yeah, I guess we'll go over that. I was considering if I should make something on this or not, but I opted to wait for 321, which was clearly a mistake. I should have just done this like weeks ago and then just skipped this day, but I guess we couldn't have known that in advance that it'd be that bad. So anyway, go ahead and look at the product information. So first up, I'm just going to kind of rapid fire all of the products off here. Just say what they are and how much they cost. And then after that, I will talk about my thoughts on each one and give a little bit more context. So anyway, so for the July releases, we have BX01, and yes, they are using BX as the product codes now rather than B. So we have BX01, BX02, BX03, and BX04. These are all starters and will cost 1,980 yen. Then we have BX05 and BX06. These are both boosters, which will cost 1,400 yen. BX07 will be the entry set. We usually get these at the start of a season. I guess just to clarify, by the way, starters come with a bay and a launcher. Boosters are just the bay. I'm sure most people know that, but just in case, I want to preface that. So the entry set will come with a bay, a launcher grip, and a stadium. That will be 5,720 yen. Then we have BX08, the Battle Deck set. This, assuming, I'm assuming this is going to come with 3 bays and a kind of a deck case, just from what we could tell. And this will be 3,960 yen. Next up, we have BX09, the Battle Pass. This is going to be kind of the modern day bay logger or bay pointer. That's what that is, and it will be 3,300 yen. Moving on to BX10, we have the Stadium. 2,700 yen, the Stadium. BX11, the Launcher Grip, 700 yen, self-explanatory. And then BX12, the Deck Case, 900 yen, again, self-explanatory. Then we have kind of the weirdest product, or, well, one of the weirdest products of this lineup here is BXG01, another booster, which is apparently a recolor of BX01, and this is going to be 1,600 yen. So 200 extra yen from the regular booster. Interesting. So there's that, I guess. After this, we do have releases after July. We have August with BX13, which is a booster. And then in September, we have BX14, Random Booster Volume 1. And by the way, this will be the same amount as a booster, so 1,400 yen. There you go. So those are all the products. Alright, prediction time. The fun part, which I was thinking about doing this earlier, but, you know, I was like, yeah, let's just wait for 3, 2, 1. And nope, okay, we're just doing the predictions since they didn't give us anything, so. What do I think the main gimmick of Gen X is going to be? Or, not really Gen X, Gen 4, Beyblade X. Sorry, I'm still used to saying Beyblade Generation X. Anyway. So what do I think this is going to be? Well, I feel like they're going to make this kind of a modular thing. And kind of that's the focus of the modular aspect, I think, is going to be kind of on the contact points. Whether or not it's like completely customizable contact points, I don't know. But I think they're going to at least have like a split gimmick. Maybe it splits in half. Or again, maybe you just have a lot more customization over the contact points themselves rather than just kind of a blade or like a ring or something. That's my thought anyway. So again, a lot of customization, especially for contact points. I think that's going to be the route that they go. So I guess to give some more context to some of these releases, some of them are self-explanatory. Again, a launcher grip, what am I supposed to say about that? I guess, I hope it's a little bit closer to the MFB style, where there's a lot of room for like upgrades, and like, I guess more dynamic upgrades, not like the burst ones. I did not like the burst launcher grips at all. Bay deck case, I mean, they're probably going to be similar to the MFB ones or something. I think the burst one was similar enough, I think. Or maybe they go more down the route of like the boxes, like the perfect value box, or like the like a sparking 5G box, where it's a little bit more like, I guess, cardboard-ish, rather than like the plastic-ish material they used for the previous ones. So I guess we'll see with that. The Bay Pass. Very curious about this one, because it's going to be a Bay Lager type thing. However, it's 3,300 yen. That's a lot, kind of. Well, I'll talk about that in a second, actually. So, it's definitely more, because again, we had, like, usually we got DX starters, both in MFB with the Bay Logger and then also in Burst with the, MFB with the Bay Pointer, Burst with the Bay Logger. They're not doing it this time because it seems like these are just a lot more expensive. So I wonder what they're going to be like. I don't really have any predictions that would make sense, so I guess we'll just wait and see on that. But again, they are a bit pricey. But one thing I want to know about the prices real quick, because I think this is something that I noticed right away and was very upset about. So the prices are actually pretty high. 1,400 yen per a booster is not a big downgrade from Burst, but during BU, the yen tanked, like just that currency, yen tanked. And just kind of accounting for like general inflation, plus especially with the yen tanking like that. These are not too much more expensive than like early burst bays when you factor in everything. However, during BU, unfortunately, most sellers slash scalpers did not really account for this, and they just like if a bay they were charging $25 for like a DB bay, they were charging $25 for a BU bay, even though they were way cheaper. Like the yen was almost comparable to like 100 yen was almost comparable to like a dollar, and then it was like down to like 68 cents per 100 yen. Like it was really far down, and they just did not account for this at all. So hopefully at the start of this gen, even though the yen cost is higher, sellers do account for this difference, because again the yen has fallen off massively. So yeah. We'll see though. I'm not going to be happy if they're charging $20+ per bay, when they really should not be anywhere near that. So we'll see what happens though. I guess for the entry set, we'll probably get a recolor of BX01. The launcher grip I already mentioned. Stadium. We'll come back to the stadium actually, and then the launcher. This might be the only way to get like a string launcher at the start of Beyblade X. We don't have a proper string launcher released quite yet from what it seems, so this could be the way to get that. Unless I just do a cord launcher in case, in that case, yeah, sure, whatever, that's fine. The stadium apparently will have kind of a plastic piece to go on top of the stadium, similar to the Burst stadiums. I guess they decided to keep that. Sure, I think it'll be similar to a Burst stadium, maybe a little bit bigger. But yeah, I don't really have a prediction for the stadium as much. It's a stadium. I don't really know how I'm supposed to predict that. But yeah. Now we get to, I guess, the bays here. So, okay. I think... Let me just get these out of the way really quick. So, the August booster and then the September random booster. August booster, I'm assuming, will be the 5th bay. Like, the 5th mainline bay. And then the... random booster, I'm assuming similar to Burst, one recolor of BX01, and then 2 recolors of each BX02, BX03, and BX04, with a brand new 6th mainline bay in it. Just pretty simple right there. However, the July starters and boosters are where we get into some more unique stuff, I would say. So obviously the first 4 releases are going to be the first 4 releases, probably 1 per type. Of course, you got your main attack type, which will probably be BX01, assuming balance will be BX02, stamina BX03, defense BX04, likely I would say. That said, I am curious to see what the starters do. Will they come with ripcord launchers, or maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe they'll decide to give them string launchers this time around. That'd be kind of cool. At least like maybe the first 2 of those of the 4. That'd be kind of cool since they're not going to be DX starters. But that's probably just wishful thinking. I think it'll probably just be 4 standard starters with ripcord launchers. Then we get to the boosters. This is where we have some fun stuff to talk about. So why is BXG01 more expensive? It's a recolor of the BX01. I honestly have no clue. Why would this be more expensive than the other bays? Maybe it comes with extra pieces. That could be it. Or maybe they just felt like it. Maybe it's a special, like, I don't know, WBBX store exclusive or whatever is the equivalent for that for a Beyblade X. I don't know. But it'll be interesting to see what makes it cost more. Again, my thoughts are maybe like an extra piece or 2. Next up here, we have the other two boosters, BX05 and BX06. I'm assuming these are just going to be recolors of BX02 and BX03. I think that's a pretty reasonable expectation. And then we have one of the most interesting products of the entire line, which is BX08, the Battle Deck Set. I find this incredibly weird to release. So, we've never gotten sort of a triple booster set type of thing releasing in Wave 1. That's so random. And I really do not think that they're going to be giving us a 5th mainline bay at the start of the gen. I just don't think that's happening. So, what could be in here? So, my first thought is if we're getting 3 bays in here, more than likely I think this is what they're going to put, or where they're going to put the BX04 recolor. It'll be in here. However, the 2 other bays, I think they're going to be kind of heavily customized, or at least you're supposed to customize them. I think that's going to be kind of playing into the whole idea of, the modular system that I'm kind of envisioning that this might be. Especially if contact points are, exchangeable. Imagine this. Okay, let me give you a scenario here. Say BX01 is blue, and BX02 is red. You put recolors in the set. You make BX01 red and BX02 blue. Advertise customization and how maybe, it's like the protagonist and, the rival bays or something. They're supposed to, combine to make, some ultimate bay or whatever, just, a stronger version. But then you could also kind of reverse engineer that back into the original releases and be like, oh, but if you have those and this set, you could make, the proper colors or whatever. So they're not, mixed colors. So you don't have to have, one part, blue, one part red. They could just be, full blue or full red. So this is definitely getting highly speculative and probably a little bit stupid, but I just want to mention this idea because I think that it has a chance of happening. Maybe. But I feel like that's why they're probably going to do a deck set like this early on, is because they probably have some customization they want to push. I don't really know why else they'd be doing this. So that's just my thought on it, and that's kind of everything for the product lineup. Just some random theory crap, just some fun, why not, we don't... Who knows when we're going to get these actually announced, I figure. For now, let's just have some fun with it, So there you have it, those are my thoughts on everything. Beyblade X, I am very excited to see it. Luckily it will be releasing later this year. Not even, that late, it'll be literally launching in, 4 months now. That's kind of insane. And yeah, very excited to get it. Very excited to check them out. I do want to see some proper images pretty soon, though. At least, give them to us in, the April Koro. That'd be nice. But, yeah. I think that's probably it for now. So, yeah, there you go. That's my, those are my thoughts on Beyblade X. Just kind of a random video. I know this is a little bit, unstructured. I'm just kind of going here to talk about stuff. And, yeah, hopefully we get a proper, video for Beyblade X so I could talk more about that and, give my thoughts on the actual bays in the system. This is just purely a speculative video just for the hell of it, so... Yeah, there you go, Beyblade X. Very curious to see what that's going to be out. So anyways, that's all for now, though. So yeah, thanks for watching, and bye-bye.